This just came through the post today and I just couldn't wait to show you. It's The Dance of the Dead, der Totentanz. It's a collection of woodcuts by Hans Holbein depicting death coming to basically everyone. It's absolutely wonderful. So this is basically a number of woodcuts that Hans Holbein made towards the end of his life in the early 16th century. And none of these were really published for a very, very long time. And this is a cleanup of an edition that came out in 1922. So Blackletter Press have taken that edition and cleaned all the pictures up and republished and letter set everything. And what a delight it is. Let me just give you an idea of what you get. First of all, there's the little introduction there. Then there is the actual poem by Holbein, and then we get started in earnest with the actual woodcut. So it starts off with the creation, I believe. Yeah, here we are, creation. And then you get the temptation, the fall of man. Yeah, and then the expulsion. And at this point, death, seen here as a skeleton with some kind of loot, starts accompanying Adam and Eve. And we can see Uriel up there with his flaming sword, closing up the gates of the Garden of Eden. And then from there on, we get the consequences of the fall. And we start seeing death dancing around, taking everyone, no one excluded, from the Pope to the King to the Emperor over here. Yeah, you can see the there's a macabre joy about the whole thing. It really does feel like a dance. It's a perfect name for it. In fact, there's on the left-hand side there's the original Latin with an English translation on every page. It comes to the cardinal, it comes to the empress, it comes to the duke, it comes to the rich man, it comes to the poor man, it comes to the young man, to the old man, the peddler, the drunkard, and so on and so forth. And each page is just this fantastic, wonderful Renaissance illustration of death coming to someone else. The Fool, this is a kind of funny one. There we are. Then in the back there are a few more from, beg your pardon, actually a little earlier than that. Anyway, some of them weren't originally published and they only appear in later editions found in Lyon. And then there's this short section with groups of children. So they're just basically what's known in Renaissance Italy as puto. So little cherubs and young children, young babies put into kind of adult situations, right? With trophies, bacchantes. Yeah, going to war, an army train of putti, musicians, and then right in the back there is the full Totentanz alphabet from A to Z. Just extraordinary. So what do I think of the production itself? I think it's fantastic. I think it's really, really nice. The way the pictures have been cleaned up so nicely. I think they've done a fantastic job on that. Some of the translations I felt felt a little too modern. That's just a question of personal taste. But on the whole, you know, the fact that they've retained the Latin, that's all you really need, really. And yeah, the quality of the reproductions of these images, just wonderful, extraordinary stuff. I thought it would be quite grim, quite a sad book, but actually there really is a joy there. Which is very hard to describe, very paradoxical, you know. It really, you know, ultimately it's a load of pictures of people being taken by death. But that's not really what comes through, you know, when you watch this. The surprise of some of them comes across as endearing, and it's all done with, I want to use the word rhythm, which I suppose was the whole point of this, really, was memoria mori. Is that the correct word? The correct phrase? The reminder that death comes to us all and that we should live our lives accordingly. I think that the cover is really lovely. I think it's very sober. I think that it's absolutely appropriate for the contents. I think that the spine looks fantastic. Yeah, it's one of their small-sized books, and there's this little black ribbon. Yep, just another success really for Black Letter Press. Here are the end papers, and of course it's Smith's own, just like all of their other editions, all of their other books. This is the first edition. I was very lucky to be sent an early copy. There are 250 of these that have been printed, and I really am showing this to you as early as I possibly can to give you a chance to pick up a first edition if you're interested in doing so. I'll of course leave a link in the description, as I always do. There we are. That's my overall look at Der Totentanz by Hans Holbein. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.